Hello everyone and welcome to my Bachelor Nation 24 channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Golden Bachelorette Chock Chapple clears up inappropriate comment. Golden Bachelorette winner Chock Chapple made it clear from the start that he was there for Joan Vassos. He came under fire from viewers and the other suitors for some of his behavior. Does he regret making inappropriate comments on a group date with Joan and some of the other men? What did Chock Chapple do to rile viewers? Some Bachelor Nation fans clocked Chock as possessive toward Joan Vassos during the season. The bowling group date is a prime example of his alleged problematic behavior. In the eyes of viewers and the other men on the date, Chock acted like it was a solo date with him and Joan. Viewers felt that the frontrunner was hovering over Joan. The Golden Bachelorette winner admitted Joan and I were together a little larger amount of the time, but denied that he prevented her from spending time with other suitors. During an interview with Glamour magazine, Chock said that left the bowling area when runner-up Guy Gansard asked for time alone with Joan. However, he said that the real issue was the other men seeing that his connection with Joan was stronger than theirs. Pascal Ivy told the same outlet during his exit interview that Chock Chapple acted like a stalker toward Joan. He later apologized for the comments. Chock addressed his former rival's diss with grace. "I'm not going to speak for Pascal, but you say things, and I think you want to take them back." Chock continued, "I have no ill feelings towards Pascal. I wish him the best. He was a brother to us on the show," he said. Golden Bachelorette winner addresses inappropriate comment. At one point in the group date, Chock Chapple cheekily asked Joan what side of the bed she slept on. The question was slammed by viewers as inappropriate. But Chock claims that he didn't mean it in a sexual way. "It was like, let's talk about our future and these little things in life." And Joan chuckled. "I don't want to speak for her, but it's still a joke now," Chock explained. So, what is Joan's answer to the question? Closest to the bathroom. Chock Chapple wisely said that his answer was whatever side Joan didn't want. The sun was setting on yet another dramatic evening of the Golden Bachelorette, the air thick with tension. Joan Vassos, the radiant lead, had just returned to her room after a tumultuous group date. But while Joan was presumably reflecting on the day's events, one contestant was about to take center stage for a very different reason. Chock Chapple, a fan favorite for his quick wit and earnest charm, was caught in the middle of an unexpected firestorm. What began as a seemingly lighthearted quip during the group date had spiraled into controversy. The comment in question, a remark that many viewers, and even some of his fellow contestants, deemed inappropriate. As whispers spread like wildfire among the mansion's inhabitants and fans on social media began dissecting every syllable of Chock's words, the man himself decided it was time to clear the air. The offending comment. The moment in question occurred during a painting class date, where contestants were tasked with creating portraits of Joan. The room was filled with laughter, artistic attempts ranging from surprisingly skillful to downright Picasso-esque, when Chock's voice broke through the chatter. "Joan's beauty is timeless," he had said, pausing for effect. "If this were the Renaissance, she'd be Mona Lisa. But tonight, she's my leading lady, and I hope to be the man who frames her." At first, the comment was met with polite chuckles, but the tone shifted when fellow contestant Pascal Abgui raised an eyebrow and muttered under his breath, "Bit much, don't you think?" The remark planted a seed of doubt that quickly grew into full-blown speculation. By the time the episode aired, Twitter was ablaze with debates. Some fans defended Chock, calling his comment romantic and poetic. Others accused him of being disrespectful, implying that the metaphor reduced Joan to an object. Chock breaks his silence. Chock, never one to shy away from confrontation, decided to address the matter directly during an exclusive sit-down with the show's producers. "Look," he began, leaning forward, his signature cowboy hat resting on the table beside him. "I'm a simple guy from Kentucky. Words don't always come out the way I mean 'em, but I'll be darned if anyone thinks I'd disrespect Joan. That comment came from a place of admiration, plain and simple. He took a deep breath before continuing. When I said I'd like to be the man who frames her, I didn't mean to objectify her. What I meant was, I want to be the guy who supports her, who makes her shine even brighter. Like a frame around a masterpiece, you know, Joan's the art, and I'd be lucky to stand by her side. Joan responds. Joan, ever the picture of grace, weighed in during a confessional later in the episode. I think Chock's comment was misunderstood. She said, her voice calm yet firm. I didn't take offense to it at the time, and I still don't. Chock has always been respectful and kind. He has a way with words that sometimes comes across differently than he intends, but I know his heart is in the right place. Her statement seemed to quell some of the backlash, but the mansion remained divided. Pascal fuels the fire. Pascal, never one to miss an opportunity to stir the pot, wasn't ready to let the matter rest. Chock might think he's charming, but there's a line between flattery and overstepping, he said in a private interview. Joan deserves sincerity, not flowery metaphors that sound rehearsed. This wasn't the first time Pascal and Chock had clashed. The two men, polar opposites in demeanor, had been butting heads since night one. While Chock leaned into his southern charm, Pascal exuded polished sophistication. Their rivalry had become a subplot of its own, and the comment controversy only added fuel to the fire. The men weigh in. As the mansion buzzed with tension, other contestants began to take sides. I think people are blowing this out of proportion, said Jordan Heller, the group's peacekeeper. Chock's a good guy. He might not always say the right thing, but his intentions are pure. On the other hand, Mark Anderson, ever the pragmatist, saw an opportunity. This is just another example of why Chock isn't the right fit for Joan. She needs someone who knows how to communicate without causing drama. Social media frenzy. Meanwhile, Bachelor Nation couldn't get enough of the drama. Memes flooded the internet, with one particularly viral post featuring an image of Chock holding a frame around his own face with the caption, "Am I doing this right?" Fan forums erupted with heated debates. Chock is the sweetest guy. People need to stop nitpicking every little thing, one user wrote. Another countered, sweet or not, words matter. Joan deserves someone who chooses his carefully. The redemption arc. Determined to make amends, Chock took it upon himself to apologize directly to Joan during the next cocktail party. As the cameras rolled, he approached her with a nervous smile, holding a small, wrapped package. Joan, he began, I've been thinking a lot about what I said, and I realized I owe you an explanation and an apology. He handed her the package, which she unwrapped to reveal a delicate gold frame enclosing a handwritten note. The note read, Joan, you are the masterpiece. I hope to be the man who helps you shine, not because you need it, but because it's an honor to stand by your side. Thank you for understanding my heart, even when my words fail me. Joan's eyes glistened with tears as she looked up at him. Chock, that's beautiful. Thank you for being so thoughtful. The aftermath. By the end of the episode, Chock had managed to turn the tide. His heartfelt gesture not only won Joan's forgiveness, but also resonated with many fans who had doubted him. Pascal, however, remained unimpressed. One grand gesture doesn't erase the fact that he keeps putting his foot in his mouth, he muttered to Mark. But for Chock, the storm had passed. In his confessional, he reflected on the experience with his trademark humility. I've learned a lot from this, he said. Sometimes, trying to say the perfect thing can backfire. But if there's one thing I know, it's that Joan is worth every effort. I'm just grateful she saw the man behind the words. Looking ahead. As the Golden Bachelor journey continues, it remains to be seen how this incident will impact Chock's standing with Joan and his fellow contestants. But one thing is certain, Chapple's ability to turn controversy into connection has solidified his place as one of the season's most memorable contestants. Will his poetic soul ultimately win Joan's heart? Or will Pascal's persistent critiques overshadow Chock's earnest intentions? Only time will tell. but Bachelor Nation will undoubtedly be watching every step of the way.